And that's in there for strike 3. And he's been thrown out of the ball game. Brock Holt is trying to indicate to Joe West he wasn't yelling at him. He was angry at himself, but West throws him right out of the ball game.
I don't know what Brock said, but it got him a very quick ejection.
That's to Altuve. And Escobar's been tossed. Wow.
Let's talk about how quick that throw out of Syndergaard. That's pretty quick.
The 3-1 to Big Papi. In there for a strike. And now David is angry. Here comes John Farrell. Out to get David away. And I think he got to him just in the nick of time, David. Oh, now Farrell has been thrown out of the game. David Ortiz hopping Matt Hanley. Ramirez is over to move him away. The count 3-2 now. And John Farrell has been tossed out of the game. Here's the 3-2. Check swing, and it's in there for a strike 3. Wow. 2 down. That is not on the swing. That is a called.
That's terrible right there. That is terrible.
And here comes Ortiz. And I believe David has been tossed out. Boy, I have rarely seen him anywhere near that angry. Now, let's be honest, Copa's had a horrible night.
1-2 pitch. That's a called strike 3 on a pitch that was nowhere near the zone. Escobar is chapped, and he should be. That pitch was down, and the helmet toss will cost him some money. Dale Scott has been fairly consistent tonight, but that pitch was not a strike.
No, that wasn't even. That
wrap up the series here on Sunday at 1:35. The pitch is strike 3 called. AJ flips the bat away. He was on his way to first base. He can't believe it. And he and Corey Blazer have an extended conversation as Greinke earns his 7th strikeout. Off we go to the 5th inning.
And AJ just thrown out.
It's 3-0, and the Braves have just lost AJ Pierzynski.
And he struck him out. Wait a minute. I thought Gabe Morales pointed at Goldschmidt. Oh, okay.
Wow,
I thought the home plate umpire pointed at Goldschmidt to say he swung at it, but I guess he was pointing at first on appeal, and Tripp Gibson said he held up.
Wow, he just ejected Joe. Joe walked out of the dugout, threw his arms up as if.
Now he's going to get his money's worth.
It's a bunch of codswallop is what this is.
The 2 off days, and he's the guy they figured most needed the rest. And the second Diamondback batter is hit. Warnings had already been issued by Larry Vanover, so Caminero was ejected.
Well, guys, let's take a look back at what took place moments ago between innings.
Well, on the pickoff move, the Braves came out and wanted to argue the fact they thought it was probably a balk.
That's Terry Pendleton, the bench coach, along with manager Brian Snitker.
Oh, strike 3. Now he's going to come back at Demuth. And he got tossed. He found 2 of those calls to be highly questionable. And Colby's out of this game now.
And I think Colby's got every reason to argue. I just worry about Danny Demuth kind of leaning into Colby Rasmus a little bit, creating contact as Colby was getting.
and Carlos set up well off the inside corner. Again, I'm still thinking I'm bouncing a pitch in the dirt, especially 0-2, or even a fastball down and away.
Hector's yelling at John Tumpain. That pitch was in off the plate. And he's just been tossed. Hector's just been ejected. Hector waved off Carlos.
He has a single and a double and takes a strike. He is grounded out, struck out twice, grounded out again. 2 for 6. And now Dave Roberts coming out and has a lot to say to the plate umpire.
Let's see if it hit him. A closer look. No, it looks like it passed cleanly.
Bill Miller is the crew chief.
Bautista gets hit by the pitch, and he has to go to first, and maybe here we go again. Now Matt Wieters steps up in front of Bautista, and CB Buckner warns both teams immediately. Obviously, there's a history between these two teams, and now Gibbons gets tossed. CB Buckner threw him out.
And from where I am.
Waiting, the 3-1 delivery to him, and that hitting. And Osuna's going to be thrown out. Remember, we're playing under a warning here.
Absolutely. He wanted to hit him on the first 2 pitches. There's no doubt.
Rendon caught looking again. He's been thrown out by Bob Davidson. Now the dugout voicing displeasure. Dusty coming out.
That injury. And you knew sooner or later this had a chance to happen. Alfredo Simon drills the pitcher who drilled him in the 4th inning. And Simon is immediately thrown out of the game by the home plate umpire, James Hoy.
And the pitch. And a cutter, strike 3 called. And now Encarnacion is fuming, and he got tossed out of the game. And now he inadvertently bumped Carapazza as well. A pitch that certainly appeared to be outside. Again, a bit of a late call, and now John Gibbons gets tossed out. There he goes. On the appeal, he went around, and Martin strikes out. As Martin just gets tossed out of the game. You knew eventually this had a chance to happen with the way things have gone all afternoon. Martin is incensed.
Everyone wants to know, wait a second. How can he be safe if you implemented the rule where if you grab the pivot band, he's out?
Well, in ball game. I don't blame Robert. If that's what they say the rule is, you can't grab the guy, and he grabbed him, I mean, that's BS. I mean, that's all it is. It's pure, out-and-out BS.
Little argument going between Jeff Bannister and Lance Diaz.
He's saying he called timeout?
I don't know. As Diaz rings him up, Melky thought it was outside. And apparently, he said the magic word.
Well, I don't blame Melky, and obviously, that magic word, you can't blame the umpire.
John Tumpane has just thrown John Gibbons out, I believe. And Gibbons hasn't been pleased with the strike zone all night long.
Well, what he's talking about is after that check swing, it looked like somebody was getting on the third base umpire. And Tumpane interjected himself into that conversation and then threw Gibby out. And that's what he's saying. He's saying, I was talking to the third base umpire. I wasn't talking to you.
Roller toward third base. They'll go to second and safe there. They're calling it a fair ball. Oh my goodness, and Cabrera never left the batter's box. And here comes Brad Ausmus. Oh my goodness, Brad might lose it on this.
Well, he's got to get there. Mickey's going to get kicked out of the game.
Mickey's going to lose it too. But I don't blame the big fella.
Well, somebody's got to go get Mickey.
Oh, that's just not right. That is just not right. But apparently nobody had a clear look at that, and Cabrera is really upset. The crew chief is Mike Everett, the third base umpire. And yeah, there he goes. Cabrera's been ejected from the game, and you knew this was about to happen.
Well, Miggy was kicked out by the first base umpire.
Yeah, that's Tim Timmons.
We'll watch where the 5 appears.
Well, the glowing circle, the top of it, could have been argued, and now an ejection. Robin Ventura does not like the call from the plate umpire Carlson. Robin's going after him.
And Danny's going to be called out on a high slider at the top of the zone. 1 out. And somebody's been tossed.
I think it might have been Bryce. They're holding Bryce back.